Let's talk about Cenk Uygur with this whole trying to unite the left and right, whatever, right wing grift, drift, whatever it is. Key observations. He claims that he wants to unite the left and the right, the populist left and the populist right. However, all he's doing is going on a bunch of right wing shows. How is he uniting both sides, spending all of his time on one side? Where is the populist left channels that he's going on? Strange. Also, the right wing influencers and audience love when he panders to them, right? When he validates any of their arguments. They love it. They retweet him. He's speaking the truth. However, this whole uniting the left and the right stuff and can we all get along? They're not buying it. If you look in the comment sections, a lot of right-wingers are calling him a grifter. They're calling him out based on things he said in the past. They're basically calling him out as a fake and a fraud. And even when he went on the PBD podcast, in my view, if you watch the very beginning of the podcast, it almost looks like the host of the show, I think Brett David is his name, as a fellow bullshitter, recognizes another bullshitter. Look at his face. He reminds me of when he had on Ramaswamy, right? Ramaswamy is on their team, but let's just say he humiliated himself, especially with the Ann Coulter interview. And you could just see Brett David looking like a shark. He saw blood in the water. He's like, man, you so desperate for some power, you let Ann Coulter say that stuff to you? And don't come here trying to tell me any nonsense. I know you're a bullshitter. That's the same way I felt when I watched that episode in the beginning with Cenk Uygur on there. I could just see, he was like, you on here trying to grift off of my audience, right? And here's the final point. Cenk is using the same tactics that people like Brett David and Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder and Tim Pool using the same tactics, virtue signaling and pandering, just being very fake. And somehow all these right wingers who don't see through that, right? Cenk is doing the same thing, but all of a sudden now it's like, oh, he's fake. Da, da, da. So you think Cenk is fake, but the people that you listen to, the right wing influencers you listen to, they're genuine? How about you use the same skepticism to Cenk to those guys as well and realize that they're all bullshitters? By the way, it's got to be the biggest low IQ stuff to be, and this is the thing a lot of these guys do, where they do this kind of like, I just want to have conversations, and I really like that we're having conversations and both sides actually having a civil conversation, and we're not like calling each other names and whatever. This is really good. I like to see this, man. I like to see, because I think we need more people talking. We need to talk and act civil. Now, in an idealistic world, sounds great. Yeah, we should talk, right? We should communicate, right? It's good to be civil and not just like calling names and talking over each other and hear out each other's ideas. However, that only works and it's only valid when it's done in good faith. You know what I'm saying? It only works when you do it in good faith. It's almost like as if, you are trying to have a conversation with, let's say, a serial rapist, if you know what I mean. You're having a conversation with this person, right? And this person's sitting there talking about, women should be treated with respect and this and that. And, I really love women and this and that. And, basically bullshit, right? Because the guy's a serial, whatever. And they're continuing to do that stuff. So the conversation they have with you is all fake, right? And you're sitting there, oh, this is really nice. Yeah, but it's not good faith, man. Yes, if you're having a good faith dialogue where you're actually, conceding points and you're actually listening and trying to understand. But when you're dealing with people who are just entertainers, right? They don't even believe the stuff that they're putting out there. How are you going to convince them of something that, I don't know if people realize how bad it is. In media entertainment world, you could have someone who is genuinely a left-wing person who has left-wing values, and they could be running a conservative channel, right? Talking all right-wing. So they don't believe anything that they're saying, right? They're just saying it for entertainment. This is what is getting clicks. Now imagine you're talking to somebody like that, having a conversation, and you're being civil. What's the point, right? What is the point? You will never convince someone to change their position when they don't even have the position that they're pretending to have in the first place. Imagine that I dress up as Santa Claus every Christmas, right? Imagine people getting really excited about me having conversations with people regarding me actually being Santa Claus or not, right? Like literally Santa Claus, not a guy dressed up as Santa Claus, but literally Santa Claus. And, we're sitting there having a debate. If I have a mental illness to where I think I am Santa Claus, then fine, right? But if I don't actually think I'm Santa Claus, like, what's the point of you talking to me and us spending time having a conversation? And I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm humoring you, right? Sitting here like, Santa Claus is not a real person, And then you show me some books, and I'm looking at them like, oh, okay, I never thought of that. But again, I don't actually think I'm Santa Claus, right? It's so fake. So there's no value in sitting here having a conversation, when it's not good faith, right? You're pretending that you think I believe I'm actually Santa Claus, and I'm pretending like I actually believe I'm Santa Claus. And we're sitting there going through this like it's a circus, right? Wow. Anyway, this is Baby Channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell.